Good morning, everyone. We have South Carolina quarterback Perry Orth with us, so raise your hands and I'll get a mic to you.
Hang on.
Questions? Oh, he's checking his phone.
Nah, turn it off. There we go. We're good.
All right, David.
Perry, has it been any different for you on campus this week? You know, walking around, you getting any extra pats on the back, people shaking your hand, wishing you luck, anything like that?
A little bit. It's been pretty funny. Me and my roommates were always, kind of joking about what it would be like, and it's been kind of normal. I mean, I've had a few people come up and say good job, and I just say appreciate it, man, thanks, and just keep on doing what I normally do.
Perry, how would you characterize kind of the mood and the atmosphere in the locker room right now after Saturday?
Yeah, Saturday was a tough one, but I think we're doing a good job of putting it in the past, trying to move forward. We understand Saturday is a very big game for us, and, everyone, is excited for the next opportunity to get out there and, try to turn it around.
Perry, just looking at it, you want to go run heavy. Do you feel you're confident to run that system, or if they need to go pass heavy, do you feel you're confident on running that?
Yeah, whatever coach is, wanting to do with the game on Saturday, I feel like this is now my third season in the offense. I know what they expect from me, and whatever they need me and need our offense to do to win the game, and that's what we're going to try to focus on doing.
Perry, did you? I don't remember if you dressed in Athens the other time. Do you remember what it was like there? Did you travel with the team for that game?
No, I did not. So yeah, this will be my first trip to Athens. I hear it's a very, very exhilarating atmosphere. Much, a lot like ours at home. So I'm excited for the opportunity to get a play at a place like that. I mean, growing up in the South, you're always watching and hearing about what it's like to play between the hedges. So it'll be a great opportunity.
Perry, is it any different this week preparing yourself, knowing you're going to be the starter, as opposed to last week they hand you the ball and say, you got to go in there?
No. Last week and the week before I prepared like I was starting, so that, if I got a chance, I'd be as best prepared to play. But no, I'm going to continue to, do what I've been doing the past few weeks, and, hopefully that'll, continue to work out, and hopefully that'll, translate to some success on Saturday.
Perry, does it seem like a blur to you? I mean, how quickly you've gone from a walk-on to working in a grocery store to now you're the starting quarterback for the Gamecocks?
Yeah, I actually was just talking about that. It's been quite a journey. I've been blessed. First and foremost, I got to thank God for the opportunity, and then Coach Spurrier and Coach Mangus for giving me the chance to even walk on here. It's been a journey. I was just talking about how 2.5 years ago, I was the sixth string quarterback as a walk on here, and it's been quite a ride, and I'm just so thankful for the opportunity. But yeah, it's been a humbling experience, and it's been a blessing.
To the left, Pete.
Perry, did you ever worry that you weren't going to have a moment like this, that this moment wasn't going to come for you? And even after the summer when they named Connor the starter?
I never really thought about that. All I've ever really wanted to do was just work as hard as I possibly could to give myself a chance, and that's all I've ever really asked, or wanted, was just an opportunity to prove myself. And the coaches, they let me do that, and with the hard work that I put in, I feel like I've tried to make the most of my opportunity, and it's been an awesome journey.
Perry, you mentioned Saturday after Kentucky that how much you learned from Connor and Dylan in the film room. What did you learn from those guys? What did they tell you over the years when they were here?
It wasn't so much schematic football stuff. It was more of, hey, this is what you got to do if you want to be a starting quarterback in the SEC. You got to put in the time. You got to work harder than everybody else to succeed at this level. And that was the main thing. Was our coaches do a great job of preparing us with the the schematic side of it, but just the leadership and the hard working traits that they showed me over the years. I can't replace that for anything.
Perry, a couple questions. What were your football options out of high school, and what made you think I'd rather try to walk on in a major college program?
Well, I had a few smaller Division II offers, and then USF, they kind of gave me the same option as here. They said, you could come and be a preferred walk-on if you'd like. And when my dad had talked with Coach Spurrier Jr. about the opportunity of they were going to give me a chance to walk on, I was like, you know what, I'm going to come up and work as hard as I possibly can and, see what happens. That was my mindset. I didn't know. I knew coming in that, walk on, you don't get as much opportunity as, maybe a scholarship guy or whatever. But, I never really worried about that. I just tried to make the most of my opportunities when they came.
And to follow that up, did you ever feel, especially that first year, that you were in too deep or overwhelmed or you had made a wrong choice or anything like that?
No, absolutely not. It's been I wouldn't replace my years here for anything in the world. I've met some awesome friends off the field. My two roommates are my best friends in the world. I've had an absolute wonderful experience here. I wouldn't trade it for anything. The journey, it's been awesome.
Perry, Brandon was a little upset last week about not running the ball more, particularly in the red zone. Is that something you guys are talking about this week, either his words or just that actual game plan?
It's funny. I talked to Brandon about that yesterday, and he was telling me he didn't mean anything by it. He's a running back, and he wants to run the football, and we're going to just do what Coach says, and he understands that, and he was telling me I respect Coach, and it wasn't a disrespect on Coach. I respect him more than anyone in the world, and he's just he's a running back. He wants to run the football, but I guess we'll see when come Saturday what Coach has got in store, because it's always a good time playing for him.
Perry, not only Brandon, but Sean Carson spent a lot of time on the field with you in the second half, and it seems like his play in the first two games is making a case for him to get more carries as well. What does he bring to the table in terms of the USC offense?
Sean's an awesome runner. He just finds little cracks that, sometimes after I give him the ball, I don't even see him. I don't know how he gets through them, but he finds them and he hits them full speed. And, it makes him very, very difficult to tackle, especially because he's a little bit shorter, so he can kind of hide behind the offensive line pretty well. And when he hits those little creases, man, he is rolling out of there. So it's pretty awesome to watch.
Perry, have you had a chance to talk with Connor Mitch, and if you have, how's he doing?
Yeah, actually, me and Michael Scarnecchia went and visited him in the hospital on Sunday. He's doing better. I think he's getting out today. I haven't talked to him since Sunday, but yeah, he was doing better. It's so unfortunate about what happened with him. I feel bad. And a lot of people, get caught up in the quarterback competition. Are you guys still friends? Absolutely, we're best friends. I was his roommate for a year and a half in the dorms. That was first priority, was make sure, go and check and see if my friend was okay. This is not about football. I heard he had a hip infection, and that's no joke. So, I had to make sure, get in there and make sure that he was doing okay.
Do you have a feel for how he's doing mentally? This has to be difficult for him, knowing that his season is sort of derailed like this.
I wouldn't say his season is derailed. I think that, he's like me, and he just wanted to do whatever it took to help us win games. And unfortunately, he got injured, and, first thing he said to me was he was proud of me the way I came in and played against Kentucky, and he was happy for me, and he just kept telling me keep working hard, and hopefully the Saturday will be a better outcome.
Perry, I think there was a picture yesterday that someone took. It was actually at a Wendy's that said, "Get ready for the earthquake." Have you seen these kind of things, or have you heard about them, especially as you've been on the team?
Yeah. On Twitter now and social media, everything kind of just gets expanded throughout that news source. But yeah, it was pretty funny. I like all those jokes and stuff. I think it's hilarious. If people knew how I am off the field, they would think it's funny, because I'm just here to have a good time. That's what I tell everybody. But yeah, it was pretty cool. Just the everything that's come with it. It's been kind of funny.
what's your kind of relationship with Georgia football, if any at all? Did you grow up a Georgia fan, Florida fan, South Carolina fan?
Actually, I grew up a Florida State fan. I don't know too much about Georgia. I just, growing up, I was telling one of my buddies, growing up, it was funny. Every year, I felt like second or third week of the season, I was turning on ESPN at about 5 or 6 o'clock, and it was South Carolina playing Georgia every year, and I always watched that game. I don't know why I always watched it, but I always did, and I always knew that there were ballers on both sides of the field, and that every time they played, it was going to be a slugfest. But, yeah, Georgia's a good team, and it's pretty awesome that I'm going to get a chance to go against them.
Perry, you seem very calm and relaxed right now. Is any part of you said, "Oh my gosh, my first start's going to be between the hedges against the number 7 team in the country in Georgia"?
No, I'm just trying my best to treat it like a normal game. But yeah, it's pretty awesome to think about. But yeah, I'm just trying to stay calm and try to do what I've been doing so far this season, trying to stay relaxed and poised, and give myself and give our team the best chance that we can to win the ball game.
Any other question? Wes?
Perry, from a decision-making standpoint, does it change a little bit just that it's 0-0 as opposed to going into a game knowing you maybe have to take a few more chances to try to bring a team back, or not really?
No, not necessarily. I just, in the second half last week, I just tried to go out there and execute what was called. Didn't really worry about the score. Coach always preaches, you play hard and you play your assignment and let the score take care of itself. And that's just kind of what I approached the game last week, and that's what I'll do this week.
Anything else for Perry? Thank you, Perry.